Hello and welcome to this video. So if you own a retail business, either you sell online or you have a shop, you'd understand how important it is to have the right quantity of items at each point in time. And to be able to have the right quantity of items at each point in time, you need to be able to know when it's time to restock, when it's time to order more of a given quantity, or when it's time to stop ordering an item. You need to have all this information at your fingertips, especially when you are entering into a specific season, maybe Christmas or Easter. You need to know that, well, at each point in time, product A, I have this quantity of items in stock, and this number of items can actually last for the duration of this season. Or from the way my customers are buying during this season, I need to buy more of this item, or this item is not going as fast as it should, so I need to reduce how much I'm buying or I'm restocking on that particular item. Knowing the quantities of your items also help you to avoid customer disappointment. Sometimes you have a shop, you are not always at the shop, right? So you're only relying on your salespeople or shop attendants to inform you that Madam or Sir, this particular item is getting finished. Now, if they don't give you that information early, and then you are also not at the shop yourself, then by the time you discover that an item is finished, you've already disappointed a lot of customers who've already come around to come and inquire about some items. So then having the quantity of your items at your fingertips is very, 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 very important. It's and especially also among all the stakeholders of your business. Also, if you have partners or people that you work with, or you share ownership of that particular retail business, then it is very important that all these stakeholders are made aware of what is going on with the inventory. Also, if you have a business like a pharmacy or a shop like a pharmacy, you need to be able to identify when items are running out of stock, or when items are sort of nearing their lifespan. So you need to be able to sell them off as much as possible when you are making a loss. Now, all these dynamics are very important. They are all information that you need to have at your fingertips, and they are core in making sure that your retail business keeps growing or maintains its bottom line. Anytime you mix up this information, then your business is heading for disaster. Normally, what is done by most retail business owners is to track their inventory using this type of format, either on a paper or in books, right? So then you have the name of the items, the number of the items, other details belong, prices and stuff like that for the items. Now, the problem with this is that it's prone to lots of mistakes and errors, because a list like this, you cannot necessarily update it in real time. When I say real time, I mean as and when you sell, you are unable to keep this item, this particular item list updated. Okay, so when items are going, when items are being brought in, when items are being restocked, when customers are returning some items, it's hard. So a list like this immediately grows stale, right? You don't always have the accurate reflection of your inventory at each point in time, right? So, and then also anytime you're updating this type of list, because of how manual it is, it's easy for you to make mistakes. I mean, when it comes to math, it's easy to make mistakes with this. There's no way your subtractions to your additions and your calculations. It's easy to make mistakes, and then once you make the mistakes, it means this list is not correctly reflecting what exactly you have in your business. Now, the other problem too with such methods of managing your inventory is that it is not scalable, right? Where if you have 2 or 3 items, you are just starting out with like just about a quantity of 10 or so, fine, you'll be able to go away with doing this as your main method of inventory management. But immediately your business starts to grow even the least bit, you can already begin to identify how such a list is not scalable. Imagine you have a shop, you have thousands of items in the shop, or hundreds of items in the shop, different variety of items. You can't possibly manage their quantities with this. It's unheard of. It's hard. It takes a lot of time, and like we mentioned earlier, it's prone to lots of mistakes, and it's not scalable as well. right? The next issue with managing your items this way is that it's hard to know if your business is actually performing or not. This particular type of list over here, it gives you no historical data, right? You are unable to really compare how your sales or your inventory performed over time, right? All you know is you are adjusting values over here, but there is no real comparison of how things are performing. And for a retail business that wants to grow, that is serious about taking their business from uh, your current stage to a bigger stage, place where you get more sales, to a place where you are opening lots of branches, then this method is definitely not for you. The other downside about this is that it's very easy to lose your records, right? This is paper, this is book. Anything can happen to it. As it is moved around, it can get missing, it can get torn, it can get dusty, it can get a whole lot of things can happen to it. And once you lose it, it's a big blow to your business. The other very big disadvantage about this is that your information is not easily accessible and shared. All right, so then if you're a business owner, you are not always with your inventory, you are not always at the shop. Are you going to be carrying around this paper everywhere you go? Meaning, if you want to check some records or check how some things need to be restocked, you need to drive all the way to your shop at each point in time, or your salespeople have to take pictures for you. It's very stressful. It doesn't work out as you grow. All right, and if you have other decision makers, if you have other partners or other people that need to be to be kept updated on what's going on with the inventory, definitely moving paper around is not the way. It's not scale, and it's prone to lots of mistakes, like we said. Now, one of the other very big disadvantages of managing your inventory this way is that it's hard to track new purchases. If you look at this list right here, how do we know that last month we bought 50 items? Or how do we know that last 3 months we bought 70 of a certain kind of items? Meaning you need more paper and more notebooks if you're even going to track all those things as well. And you need to sort of manually map it to this particular list. And you can already see how dicey, how tricky, how time consuming such management will be. And in the long run, doing it this way, you lose the momentum, you lose the confidence, because it's so annoying, it's so hard. And then most retail business owners, they end up not keeping inventory records at all, because it's hard for them to actually be able to quickly know what is going on with their inventory at their fingertips. Now let's compare the strategy we've talked about to manage your inventory to using an automated system such as Sumundi Keepsales. Now, Sumundi Keepsales is very easy to use. All right, so just like we have the list of items that have been typed over here, you've written it manually over here. Now, over here too, you can have the same sort of typed list, okay, this time around in a more digital and then an automated format, okay, and a format that is more easily accessible to you. Now, let me explain how this particular method of managing your inventory is very fast and more efficient as compared to doing it with a paper format. So let's say this particular item, this is a fake item, for example, called 1BSAP X. And now the system tells us that we have 259 of this particular item available. All right, now let's just say somebody comes around to buy 4 of this. So let's record a sale for that, right? This is not a complete tutorial as to how the system works. This is just to give you an idea of how Keepsales can make it very easy for you to track your inventory. So we recorded some sales over there for that particular item. We come here and then automatically the system deducts the quantity that was purchased from what is available, and then now the quantity is 258. That is, we bought 1 of that. Let's just say somebody came to buy 17 of that, for example. Right, so let's do that. Now the available quantity is 241. So already you are seeing that as a business owner, something like this makes your work very easy. It makes it very fast. Now the good side about this is that this data can even be accessible to you from anywhere. So if you have a shop and you are not always at the shop, or maybe you have a business but it's not a full-time business, like your side business, then it means even when you're on the move, you can simply log into your account and check everything that is going on without being there. So on a Sunday, you can be at home, you are not at the shop, you are not with your business. Yes, though, you know everything that is going on. You know the quantities of the items over there. You can check the margins that you are making on each item. You can even get a glimpse of when an item is expiring. That is, if you have perishable products, you can get a glimpse of when the items are expiring. So this makes using Keepsales for your inventory very fast and efficient as compared to the paper way. All right, because everything is done automatically. The system does a lot of calculations for you. Right on top here, you know your total inventory size, so you're able to know when your inventory is reducing or not. Now let me show you something very cool as well. Now there's a pass called low stock alerts and expiries. Now this is like your eyes in your shop or in your business. It's the alert portion of Keepsales sort of scans all your items every 24 hours, every given duration, to identify what is running out of stock and then what is still in stock. So at each point in time, you don't need to manually go get a picture of what you have and what you need to restock on. The data and information is given to you at your fingertips, just in a click. You get all that. Even better, you can decide that this particular item, if the quantity gets to 20, please alert me, right? So now the system will give you an alert anytime the quantity gets to 20 and below. So you can also set thresholds. A paper like this or a notebook like this cannot give you an alert when something is run out of stock till you come and check it yourself. So already you are seeing the numerous ways an automated and digitized inventory system can help you, right? So as and when you sell, the items are automatically adjusted. As and when you buy new stock, the quantities are automatically adjusted. So each point in time, you are ahead of your business. You are never caught by surprise, right? So this is the one way you can easily and possibly the fastest way you can always stay up to date on your inventory. If you love this video and you feel like you got educated, you learned something new, then hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell, because we have more amazing contents like this on our channel. We are really passionate about educating and showing retailers some very amazing ways and efficient ways they can use to run their businesses. Thank you for watching this video, and we hope to see you in the next one.